What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to Ep.4 of the No Limit podcast. Oh my God. Bro, when I tell y'all that the amount of love that we getting from y'all is so crazy to me. Like, I'm so grateful. And I know, like, we just started. We just, up and coming. We barely even scratched the surface to something we can do. But man, when I tell y'all, I'm so blessed for every single one of y'all. Thank y'all so much for all that love and support. Thank y'all for holding it down for us and being there, sharing these posts, tuning in to the Facebook page, sharing all these episodes, and just tuning in and subscribing. Thank y'all so much. We got a really exciting episode for y'all. We're starting a new segment today. We're gonna test it out, see how it goes. A lot of big announcements on the way. Number one thing I do want to say, we're doing a Thanksgiving special. So make sure y'all tune in for that. If you're new, please hit that like and subscribe. And don't forget to smack that bell until your hand hurt. You feel what I'm saying? Like and share. Make sure you comment. We don't bite too hard. So let's get right into today's episode. So first thing up, we got to bring in our co-host. So the first one on our list is putting our hands together and give a big round of applause to my boy and my right hand man, No Limit Mischief. Yeah. Round of applause for No Limit Mischief, boy.
Hey, episode 4, y'all. Let's get it on the road. Let's ready to call some mischief up in here. Let's get it.
Next thing up, we gotta bring in. If I bring in my right, I gotta bring in my left. Call me Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali in his prime. Let's go ahead and bring in our co-host, No Limit Vivid. Yeah.
Vivid.
Let's bring my boy in. Vivid.
What's going on, Vivid?
What up, y'all?
My boy.
How y'all feeling today?
Oh, we feeling.
How's my No Limit boys?
Oh, I'm so excited about today's episode. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Now, so excited.
This one was a lot of work in the making. We did a lot of stuff behind the scenes to get ready for this episode. So, again, I want to thank all of y'all at home. Thank you to my team. Thank you to my co-hosts. You feel me? Because these are my boys that I know in real life, day to day. You feel me? And without them and without y'all, none of this would even be possible right now. So, round of applause to the boys. Round of applause to the No Limit team, and round of applause to all of you back home. First thing I want to tell y'all, bro, all of y'all some bitches. You two motherfucking right here.
Oh, facts.
Straight like that. Nah, but for real though, I wanted to tell y'all about this conspiracy theory that I looked up today.
It's like that.
So look, peep this shit out, right? So we've all seen SpongeBob, right? We've all seen an episode or two. We've all had a laugh or two with SpongeBob. I saw a conspiracy theory today that rocked my noggin. What if I told y'all, right? The Mrs. Puff that we see in every episode isn't even Mrs. Puff. Ooh. Allegedly, right? According to the conspiracy theory, Mrs. Puff isn't even Mrs. Puff, right? So according to the theory that I read, right? Boom. So Mrs. Puff, quote, is actually a mental patient, bro, that broke out of a mental asylum. Like, she was dead ass like a straight, like, hard criminal, bro. Locked up behind bars to full shit in, right? So, allegedly, in one of the episodes, Mrs. Puff is, I don't even know how I want to break it down, bro. All right, boom. I'm going to start with this one first. So, boom, y'all remember the episode where SpongeBob was trying to get his license, trying to get whatever, and Mrs. Puff just went ahead and gave it to him, right? And then she doubled back and stole the boat, right? So, boom, y'all remember in that episode, before, when she hops in, she got her ski mask on, right? And she was like, she said one of those, like, let me see if I still remember how to do this. And then she makes a random balloon animal, right? Boom, remember that. So, fast forward a couple episodes, and it was like a hoarding episode or some shit like that. And they found, not even found, but a random random fucking envelope. It's like a manila folder. A random manila folder can be seen in the same scene, right? And it says Mrs. Puff's name on it, right? So the question is, why would Mrs. Puff have a folder or a file or whatever on Mrs. Puff? You know what I'm saying? Boom. Fast forward again. This the same episode, right? And they're talking about, how SpongeBob is tearing the city up, and it's because of this reckless teacher, da 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 da, right? The backstory is Mrs. Puff used to be a driver's ed teacher out at New Kelp City. Y'all know that's the city right next to Bikini Bottom. You feel me? So boom, allegedly, Mrs. Puff was a teacher in New Kelp City, and she had the same issue. You feel me? She had a student that was going to the school that was just completely unteachable, right? That she just went ahead and gave the license to. Now, y'all remember during that episode, they do a big news report, and they're like, oh, thanks to a careless teacher, da 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 da. And it's the fish, with the microphone, right? So boom, they're saying that when that specific scene pops up, that not only is that not happening in real time, they're saying that when that moment and that scene pops up, they're saying that that's a flashback. Because, and again, this is all evidence. I'm gonna put y'all onto the video so y'all can watch it yourself, right? Because in every other episode, right, the writers and shit, we notice that same fish reports all the time. It's always doing little news reports and shit. But the fish never has hair, right? And that specific episode and that specific scene, the fish has hair. So they're saying that Mrs. Puff isn't seeing that in real time. She's remembering back when she did it before. You feel me? And the same guy reported the story, and she was remembering the fish back when he had hair. Not now, when he's older, it doesn't have the hair anymore. You feel what I'm saying? So boom, when the dude does that little report, right? It shows a picture of Mrs. Puff in the top left corner. You know what I'm saying? Now, double back to the hoarding episode. So when they find the manila folder, it's a newspaper in the like the same kind of scene, maybe another couple minutes ahead of that, right? But the newspaper has the same picture from the fucking flashback, right? And on the newspaper, it's about a teacher that breaks loose or robs a bank or something. It was something crazy, but she uses balloon animals to distract the police to get away. So double back to the episode where she stole the car from
I remember
SpongeBob.
it fine. Let's see if I can remember how to do it.
Balloon animal, she was trying to see if she still had it. She was trying to see if she still knew how to, you feel me, hot wire that mug. You feel me? And another crazy thing that I saw too, same fucking conspiracy theory. That doubles back to the whole, she was in the psych ward and shit. They're saying that how do I break this shit down? The way that a lot of the episodes are set up, like the episodes where it's Mrs. Puff directly and it's like a her type episode and she's in it a lot more. She's mentally fucking insane, bro. So a lot of the stuff that's even happening in the episode is questionably not even happening in real time. Allow me to elaborate. So we remember the episode where I think it might have been the same fucking episode when SpongeBob gets his fucking license or whatever, and they're falling from the fucking sky, about to crash into the little tanker or whatever by the old people. And it flips to like 2 or 3 scenes, and then finally she just kind of gives up, right? I'm about to break that all the way down. For one, they're saying that entire thing was all in her head. For one, none of it even happened. So the whole thing where her getting locked up and every time she looked up, SpongeBob and Patrick were there, all of that was in her head. None of that actually happened. You feel me? So they're saying that because of her PTSD and trauma, whatever, she sees and deals with SpongeBob in situations where she absolutely isn't dealing with him. You feel me? So like that episode when she was seeing him everywhere and stuff like that. That's why, like, boom, when it gets to that second flashback, right? They crash, and instead of Mrs. Puff getting locked up, SpongeBob got arrested, right? So Mrs. Puff, she does a little sigh of relief. Remember, she was like, oh, I'm not going to jail, and da 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 da. So the cop doubles back and tells her, why would you go to jail, Mrs. Puff? You already did your time. And then it cuts to a jumpsuit. It was a black and white striped jumpsuit with the ball and chain attached to it, right? Now, why is that so significant?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think about the whole episode, the whole time she was locked up, she was wearing an orange jumpsuit. She wasn't wearing a black and striped one. So why would the writers go out of their way to make a different jumpsuit for this reason, right? Boom, double all the way back to the beginning episodes, right? When she got locked up for doing something with SpongeBob. I can't even remember all the way, but she gets locked up and she's in front of the camera teaching. Boom, the episode where she's teaching the class in front of the camera, right? And she's like, SpongeBob, I'm gonna need to talk to you after class, right? And she's inside the cell, whoop whoop, and she has that same striped jumpsuit on, right? So they're saying that she imagined the entire thing, start to finish. You feel me? And she still thinks that she's doing time, even though she's free. And to go even further, right? Because when I tell you, bro, I fell down a rabbit hole. Like I was literally just sitting here watching the whole thing start to finish, right? And they were saying that because this again doubles down on the whole. She was like mentally insane, right? They're saying that Mrs. Puff is stuck in a loop. You feel me? So no matter how much she tries to teach SpongeBob or whatever to get his license, she ends up in the same spot. What would be a keen reference to that? How would y'all get that? Boom. So if you notice, in one scene, Mrs. Puff comes home after teaching him how to drive, whatever, right? And when she walks in, there's a picture frame next to the door of Mrs. Puff walking in. You feel me? Well, when you look at it, is Mrs. Puff walking in that door? Indefinitely. So it's her walking in and a picture to a picture to a picture to a picture, like a tunnel. You feel what I'm saying? So there's and you remember the episode where SpongeBob goes to New Kelp City and he gets an entirely different driving instructor and gets his license. But then Mrs. Puff wakes up out of her sleep like, oh my God, like, you feel me? We got to batten down the hatches. Almost like, you feel me? She could feel that SpongeBob got his license, right? This is where the conspiracy theory comes in. Because if that's really what's the case, right? And again, I'm going to send y'all the video so y'all can watch it, bro, because it was really crazy. If that was really the case, when SpongeBob gets his license from that driving instructor, it's during the day. But when Mrs. Puff wakes up and jumps out, if you look at the window, it's dark outside. So how the hell did you know that was going on so far apart? So they're saying that not only was that also in her head, that man never got his license and never went to New Kelp City at all. She was asleep and dreamt about it. And it shook her up out of her sleep.
Yo, okay, what? What?
Yeah, tell me what you feel. Tell me what you think about it before I even keep going. Tell me what you think about it.
It makes sense.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's the part that was making me mad, is that it makes sense.
That's what's messing me up, because like there's quite a few conspiracy theories, that I've heard about SpongeBob. Also, it being a very evil industry and all types of things, and they were in some forms they were I've heard people represent the robots that Plankton had at his chum bucket.
Yeah.
They were saying those represented like slaves and like enslavement and everything, and him trying to get the secret formula in order to create his whole master plan. Was like like a slave owner trying to take over a whole thing, and
Right.
it was like but I was like, at the same time I was like also but that's also could just be like a dictator. I mean, that like dictating does the same shit. Like, it doesn't exactly have to be slaves. I don't know why you're thinking is going right to that. My immediate thing was dictating. Someone literally having like helmets on top of everybody, and you were under my. I was thinking my immediate thing was like how Hitler had people underneath his control, like he was creating shit. He had scientists creating shit just to have people fall in command to him. Like like that's what my first thought was. This shit right here makes perfect sense. Like,
I'm here. I just
perfect.
put my ceiling fan on.
Like I can't even come up with a flaw in what's being said, because it all makes sense. Like, it's perfect. That's yeah. Mrs. Puff ain't Miss Puff. She's a lunatic, bro. She crazy. I've always suspected Miss Puff of some crazy shit, right? I've always expected her on some such shit.
Right.
But this right here just concludes it, right? Like, I want to know.
Like I said, I'm gonna let y'all give y'all feedback before I
want to know what Vivid thinks, and whenever I gotta know.
I got some more to tell you. Go ahead, Vivid. Definitely got some more. Like, for example,
I don't know. I think that's a little crazy.
Why you say that? And how? Matter of fact, let me say that. How do you think it's crazy?
Yeah. How?
I don't know. I always knew something was up with Mrs. Puff. It's just the way she carries herself. There's something about her that it just seems off. It just seems weird. Like the whole thing you mentioned about the driver's license, with her and the driver's license, her getting it, not getting it, or whatever.
Right.
That's exactly the same thing as SpongeBob. Like, as much as he's trying to get it, he can't get it. And he keeps going back for it, keeps failing, keeps going back for it, keeps failing. But with her, it's like there's just something that's like, she a sketchy bitch.
Yeah, she's sketchy.
She's sketchy hoe. She's sketchy.
Listen to this. Not only is she sketchy, right? I'm gonna double down to something being off about Mrs. Puff, right? I'm gonna double down on that. There's another scene, all right? So y'all remember the episode where SpongeBob has the little house party and everybody's over there having a good time, right? If you look in the background, Mrs. Puff can be seen in the background, posted up in a chair, having a full length conversation with an ice sculpture of SpongeBob.
1 second, we can see the comments and everything. We're just talking. I was about to say everything and everything. Like, Morgan's been commenting, like, it's crazy.
Good. I see him.
Like, yeah, like Plankton is he's part of it anyways and everything. It's we're seeing him and everything. We have a part where we go to the comments and see what y'all think about everything. Yeah, we see it. Yeah.
But yeah, bro. So you can see her in the background having a full-length conversation with an ice sculpture of SpongeBob, and she's just sitting there chilling. Everybody's enjoying the party. Everybody's having a good time, conversating, playing games, and then you just got Mrs. Puff in the back, just chilling. Like, bro, what are you doing? Right?
For real.
Another thing too.
Like, she's watching it all.
Now, y'all remember the episode where Mr. Krabs falls in love with Miss Puff. You feel me? Like, in love with her. You know what I'm saying? And he was buying her all types of gifts and stuff like that, and she rejected the gifts. You feel me? She was like, I feel uncomfortable, da-da-da-da-da. Right? Bro, fast forward to another, it was like the hoarding episode, and they're in the lighthouse and stuff like that, and they're pulling out all this stuff that Mrs. Puff done found and whoop de whoop, right? The same, not only can the same coat and hat that Mr. Krabs bought for her is in that lighthouse, a bunch of other stuff from a bunch of other people are also in that lighthouse. Like, they're saying that Mrs. Puff is a straight kleptomaniac, bro. Like, she just go around just swiping stuff. Like, it was Poseidon's crown was in there. The crown for the king jellyfish, that was in there. One of Squidward's paintings was in there. Like, bro, she just be literally just one of the tables from the Krusty Krab was in there. Like, bro, she just be swiping stuff, bro.
She just be swiper no swiping.
Bro, swiper no swiping, bro. Just be walking around just taking stuff. Now, to double back to what Vivian was saying about how SpongeBob's stuck in a loop and he can't get his license, shit like that, right? So boom. The question that comes into play is who is making Mrs. Puff teach SpongeBob how to get his license? If he's failed so many times and he's done so much, why not just expel him out of the school? Right?
Right.
Go back. You remember when she gets locked up and SpongeBob comes to visit and stuff like that. And SpongeBob tells her that she's gonna get out early, whatever, right? So she gets excited, she's hyped. But then SpongeBob throw a twist. And she was like, so what are the stipulations or whatever? I can't think of the word that I want to use to say the stipulations, but y'all get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So boom, he asked him that. So that's what SpongeBob hit him with. You got to give me free driver's lessons, right? So they're saying that the only reason why Mrs. Puff continues to keep trying to give him his license is because if she doesn't, then she'll violate her parole. That's why when the episode, you can see that SpongeBob comes in when she's locked up, and SpongeBob comes in as the new driving instructor or whatever, and Mrs. Puff goes crazy. Oh my God, get me out of here, da 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 da, right? And a guard is standing next to her and forces her to sit down. Not only does he force her to sit back down, he handcuffs her from her ankles to the desk. And when he does it, you can see like a smile on his face. Like he's like, yeah, you gonna sit right here. You feel me? So they're saying that like the police are going, not only are the police going out of their way to torture her, they're going out of their way to make sure that she teaches SpongeBob how to get his license. And another double down to that is the episode where Mrs. Puff finds the love of her life, and it's a crug here, criminal type, the same type of person she is for real. But when she gets locked up, right, the warden of the jail goes out of his way to keep the male inmate away from Mrs. Puff. So she has a whole breakdown, and she's like, I love you, I'll wait for you, da 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 da. But they're saying that the cops only did that to further torture Mrs. Puff. So that way there's no possible way she could be happy. And they're saying that Mrs. Puff gets locked up. Again, this goes back to her being crazy, right? This goes back to her being absolutely psycho. They're saying that she enjoys being locked up more than she enjoys being free, which is back to what I was saying with her thinking that she's still locked up even though she's out.
Morgan has a really great question. So her question is, what happened to Mr. Puff?
Oh, my, all right. So listen to this. So Mr. Puff is actually dead in a fish shop, right? So in one of the SpongeBob movies, no, boom, I got you, even better. The same episode when Mr. Krabs falls in love with Mrs. Puff, right? So boom, Mr. Krabs is talking to SpongeBob, asking her about it, like, yo, what's up with Mrs. Puff? Da, 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 da. So while SpongeBob is giving her game, he like, damn, so she's married. So SpongeBob like, nah, she's not married. So then Mr. Krabs asked the same question. So what happened to Mr. Puff? And it cuts to a scene of a puffer fish on a string inside of a fish shop, at like not an antique store, but like a little
gift shop
type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So boom, they go back and forth with the whoop, right? Fast forward to the SpongeBob movie. All right, now y'all remember when SpongeBob and Patrick break into a sand antique shop and they start a fire or whatever, and they cut on the water shit, put the fire out, right? When they do that, you remember they brought all the fish back in there to life. A scene cuts to a puffer fish on a string getting brought back to life.
Yo.
So Mr. Puff is somewhere stuffed in a shop somewhere, hanging, just chilling.
Yo.
And not only that,
Can I?
When they get brought back, Mr. Puff looks just like Mrs. Puff. Same facial structure, same lips, same chin, everything. Look just like Mrs. Puff.
Can I actually bring something up too?
What's up?
Go ahead.
So speaking of that, I don't know if you guys did you hear the conspiracy theory of Pearl?
I've heard a conspiracy theory about Pearl. You tell me.
I think I've heard one.
So what you just mentioned about Mr. Puff and shit, you know, being dead and stuff.
Right.
That's kind of what they're saying about Pearl's mother. They're leaving it as, you know, everybody don't know, nobody's ever seen her. Nobody's ever really heard much about her.
Right.
You know, she was a whale, another whale, her mother that had actually married Mr. Krabs.
Right.
So Mr. Krabs is her like biological dad. I don't know if you saw in the episode, there was one episode where they showed Pearl and she found her dad and it shows his shadow standing in the dark and you see his Mr. Krabs' claws.
So I actually have a similar, yes.
Hold on, let him finish. Hold on.
But it's darker.
Let him finish. Hold on. I want to hear the rest of that. Because I heard one that was similar to that, and they were trying to say that Pearl's mom is the secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty formula. They were saying that Mr. Krabs, like for one, Pearl's real biological dad is locked up right now. They showed Pearl's real dad in an episode. Like it wasn't just a random. You notice they always show different whales, and it's usually the same killer whale. You feel me? The same buff one that be working out with Larry and shit. But in an episode, they show a picture of the same fucking whale, bro. And he got a bunch of tattoos and everything. And they're saying that Mr. Krabs framed her dad to get him locked up for the murder of Pearl's mom, right? And Mr. Krabs put Pearl's mom in the Krabby Patty formula. That's why he ended up with Pearl. That's why in a lot of episodes, he's always talking about Pearl going off to college and stuff like that. When she goes off to college, she's getting grinded down and put in the Krabby Patty meat. That's why Mr. Krabs gives her
you know why they
asked for, allegedly, so that way she doesn't, try to run away or nothing like that. So that way he can keep her in the crib. We all know Mr. Krabs don't like spending money, but it don't matter what Pearl asks for, he comes off of it every time, no question. Even when it was an episode and it was her birthday party and he tried to do it cheap, when SpongeBob had to tell him, like, yo, we got to come out of pocket, and he seen Pearl's reaction to what the party was, he was instantly like, man, let's do what we got to do. You feel me?
Now, hold on, though. So, what mine is, so, if you can remember, right, back to the episode where there's even a meme about it and everything everywhere. The episode where Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob, and Patrick were all walking and at night and everything, and they were trying to show Mr. Krabs a good time, going panty raiding, okay?
Okay.
Well, come to find out, he loved the panty raid. You know how he got lit up? Mr. Krabs lit up as soon as panty raid.
Okay.
He's a pervert. What I heard and everything was that he back in the day went to go, panty raid or do something like that on Pearl's mother at the time. Pearl was young and everything, and she woke up in the middle of it and he killed her. And Pearl was about to walk in and everything and claim, that, oh, I'm your dad and everything, stuff like that. Your mom, had to go on a vacation, stuff like that, whatever. And said that, and then, if you remember, Mr. Krabs in a later episode, it was the episode wherever, I think it was like 2 or 3 episodes after her big birthday one, she,
Right.
she got a envelope from Mr. Krabs. It was a letter from her mom.
Okay.
It had just the scribbly notes and everything, but she started crying after reading it. It was said to be that it was a letter saying that she'll never be coming back and all that. You're better off in hands with him and everything, and blah 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 this, blah 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 that. I don't want anything else to do with you. You're nothing to me now.
Right.
Yeah, I'm giving you completely to him. Boom, shit like that, and it combined in with your conspiracy theory as well, that in the only way to cover up her body was to kill her and put her in the Krabby Patties, ended up being so good that he had to separate the portions more so he can last longer and make more money in order to take care of Pearl, because he couldn't do that. But he now spoils her so much because it's said to be that he does stuff to her at night, because he hasn't had action in a while. If you remember back to the episode where he told SpongeBob and Patrick while they went panorama, I haven't had fun and all that quite a long time. And then, well, we're about to take you and have some fun tonight. We're going on panty raid.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember it now. Yeah.
That's the one that I was told.
Bro, I know so many different conspiracy theories about stuff that we grew up on. Did y'all hear about the conspiracy theory about Peter Pan? So basically, what they say is Peter Pan is actually like a archangel or something like that. You feel me?
Ooh.
So when he goes and picks up all these kids, the Neverland boys or whatever, and takes them to Neverland, he's really just grabbing souls and taking them. The fat kid with the beard, or the bear costume or whatever that he used to wear. Allegedly, they're saying that that kid was in the hospital fighting chemo or something like that, and he was real sick, so he couldn't fight it anymore. So they went ahead and just pulled his plug or whatever, right? The day before they go to pull his plug, that night Peter Pan comes to him in his room, and he talks to him, gives him a whole little script about Neverland and convinces the boy to leave. But when the boy realizes that he can never come back, he tries to fight Peter to come back home, right? So they're saying that Tinkerbell's fairy dust is a way to keep the kids in a trance, so they don't have that urge to even want to leave.
Morgan is saying that
I'm reading the comments.
Yeah, he was making kids commit suicide and taking their souls.
Exactly.
Neverland was that kid's version of heaven or the afterlife.
But that was all of the kids. So with that double back, that goes to Captain Hook. Captain Hook is seen as the bad guy, the villain, because he's always going after Peter Pan. But in reality, Captain Hook is trying to save these kids from Peter. That's why Captain Hook is the only adult in Neverland. Even all of the crewmates that work on Captain Hook's ship and his whole crew, none of them are actually adults. They're all kids. They're all kids that
the kids that work on his ship are saved souls that he saved from Peter Pan.
That got an opportunity to actually grow old. That's why his right hand man is an old man that literally trips over himself. Exactly, the kids that he saved from Peter. They're all kids that got to actually got to experience a real life.
That's nuts. That flips Peter Pan around for me, bro. Low key, I don't know if I could watch Peter Pan again or watch it the same. Like,
bro, that's like Fairy Odd Parents. Fairy Odd Parents, they're saying that none of the Fairy Odd Parents was real. They're saying all of that was in Timmy's head. Timmy is entirely schizophrenic. Cosmo and Wanda are part of his split personalities. They're not even real. So all of the magic that gets done and stuff like that, none of it actually happens. They're saying that when Timmy makes a wish and he for example, when he wishes for like those comic book episodes and stuff like that, for example, right? Not only obviously, like I said, does none of that actually happen, but they say that the reason why he puts himself in these comic books with the Crimson Chin specifically is because it how do I want to say it? It resembles how he feels inside type shit. You feel me? So they're saying that the Crimson Chain is a part of Timmy. You feel me? Which is why the relationship is so good. That's why every other superhero forgets who Timmy is or what his actual name is, and they all call him Clef or whatever. You feel me? The Crimson Chain sidekick. But in reality, these are all attachments of Timmy.
I heard one about Very Odd Parents. That was that kind of made a little bit of sense to me. I heard that it's along the same lines, but he's not schizophrenic. He was actually a depressed kid. Everything's happening, and he actually had Vicky as a babysitter, and how of course she tortured him. She did not take care of him. She beat the shit out of him, did whatever the fuck she wanted to him, threw him in his room, whatever. And it was said to be that Timmy's parents were going out of town. One of the trips that they would go, oh, here's Vicky, here's Timmy, boop, and we're out, and they just scoot off. They're gone for the weekend. That she had one of her, boyfriends or whatever come over and she trapped him in the basement. But whenever she trapped him, she, tied him up, and like how she did in one of the other episodes, kicked him down the stairs, and he got injured so badly that he started, creating shit in his head while he was down there, literally just for a whole weekend. And then she went down there at one point and started, just put an endless loop of a movie on, and it had like fairies and shit in it. So like literally he's going crazy. He has a horrible concussion. He's going crazy, and now he's in his head. He's now imagining, he has fairies, and he's doing all this shit and everything, and now literally for just a whole weekend, they created all those episodes off of what's in his brain now because he got so messed up. But it doesn't show him getting messed up. It just shows him getting kicked, and then it just shows from that point on him whatever creating in his head.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow,
made sense to me.
I ain't gonna lie, that one makes sense to me though too. Like you got literally strapped up and kicked down a flight of stairs, and now you just tripping. Bro is just unconscious sleep. Damn. That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
I could see that.
It's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah.
I gotta find it again and send it to you because that one I watched. Hopefully I can find it again. I was searching for a good minute because there was a good point where I was looking up conspiracy theories about everything, and then I just found that one on one of my searches throughout like the related videos. I don't even remember what it's called. I have to find it again because oh my god, that blew my bro. It was one of those nights where you're done smoking and everything, you in the bed, literally complete darkness around you, just your phone screen, and you're just blanket all the way up to here in a rabbit hole, and I'm just holy shit. And I sat there for a good 20 minutes just like after the video, like it makes sense. It makes a lot of fucking sense. Like that I feel really, really fucking bad for Timmy. This whole time I thought dude was balling out. Dude is about to die. Yeah, like that's crazy. And it would be crazy if like one of our conspiracy theories end up being true and like they come out with a very last episode and it confirms one of the fucking conspiracy theories.
That'd be nuts.
That'd be nuts. That would be nuts.
All right, boys. Let's all get ready to head over to Would You Rather? Would you rather?
Would you rather? Hey, all right.
I'm gonna let
Morgan, we're gonna talk about those next time. We're gonna talk about those next time because
absolutely,
absolutely, 100%. Because I got a few about those too, but
that's what I'm saying. We're gonna keep going so that way we don't spend the whole episode.
Hell yeah.
Conspiracy theories.
Yeah, for real. We're gonna have to have a whole episode dedicated to them, bro. All right. So, who's up first? Who's up in this lineup?
Man, I'll run it first. What are you talking about? I'll go first. Would you rather wear a bib every time you eat, or would you rather have to drink from a sippy cup every time you go to the bar?
Now this is like saying that I would be going to the bar because I don't go to the bar like that. So we'll just say that I'll be going to the bar. That's still a tough one. A bib every time you eat,
like,
or
even if you don't go often, every time you do decide to go, you got to bring your sippy cup.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, like in the future, me and my wife probably gonna want to go out and everything. Oof, man. Imagine that. Imagine I got it. Not even from my point of view, right? I gotta think about it from my wife's point of view. She gonna be out with a dude, either eating with a bib on, or drinking his liquor or beer or whatever from a fucking sippy cup.
Every single time.
Every single time. Bro, I don't know if oh shit. Babe, I'm sorry. Either way, you gonna get fucked in this situation. Oh damn. Bro, think about hey, but you gotta think though, right? You gotta think. It would be funny as fuck to embarrass your kids like that. Bro, pull out to a school function for their ass and you're fucking poinker.
Every time you drink, bro, you at the school function drinking Monster out of a fucking sippy cup.
Yo.
Bro.
Oh damn. I don't know, bro. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I be trying, man. I be trying, bro.
What's this? Is it a bib of our choosing?
Does it matter? You're still wearing a bib.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna try and get the dopest looking bib there is. What you talking about? Bro, it's gonna be a Balenciaga Gucci bib, bro. Like,
yo, a Balenciaga bib is crazy work.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go with George in the comment. I'm gonna have to go with Rock. I'm gonna have to rock out with that sippy, bro. I'm gonna have to rock out with that sippy. I'm gonna pimp out that sippy cup too, bro. I'm a creative artist. I'll start putting designs on it. I'm gonna pimp that cup out. That's mine, bro. Hey, I'll get faded with you all night long. Boom. Let me spin this top off. Fill it up, you
know. Bro said ain't nobody spiking my cup. I got a lid on it.
I got a lid on that bitch with an itty bitty little hole in it. You ain't getting shit in that hole. It's only made to get out.
Oh my God.
Yo, I'm going with that sippy. 100%. I'm rocking with you, George. If we're 100%.
Vivid, what you saying, bro?
100%.
I'm taking the bib. I'd rather the bib.
What?
I feel like with the bib, you're drinking more. Like, yeah, say you're out at the bar or something, and you pull out a sippy cup. If you're at the bar, you're gonna want to do nothing but just drink. You're not gonna be worried about eating.
Right.
So, like, what if it was like, what if you were sitting at dinner, and you're eating and you're drinking. Now you got a bib on and you're sitting there drinking out of a sippy cup.
Yo, I ain't even thinking about it like that, bro.
Hey,
you got a grown ass man sitting there like,
bro,
can you pass the salt?
I would be such a loner. I would be inside my house 24/7.
Bro,
no one would ever see my ass. There would be no FaceTime. There would be no video chat. There would be no pictures. There will be no cameras. There will be no me going outside. I will create a doggy hole or a slide hole for people to slide food in through my front door. You will not see me. I will never let anybody else. Bro, I am a grown man who is eating with a bib and drinking from a sippy cup. I do not belong in society. I do not belong in society.
I feel like at that point you might as well just put a helmet on and some floaties, bro.
For real, bro.
So say it's like the Last Supper. Right. What would you do if it was the Last Supper? Say if like a very good friend or a relative or something was like they wanted to have their last dinner with you.
Bro,
what would you do? What would you do?
Right, you got to sit down and eat. And before you go to sit down and eat, you got to tie your bib on and grab your sippy cup. Oh my God!
Yo, imagine your sippy cup gets clogged. Hold on, 1 second.
Yeah, let me. Anybody got a hairpin? Y'all got a bobby pin? My whole
is there a sink nearby? Can you ask the chef or the dishwasher if they can run this through real quick?
Oh God! Run it through the dish. Bro, if I gotta tell you to run my cup through the dishwasher, I'm going home right then. I am no longer eating dinner. I'm going home, bro.
I'm so
bro. And then look. Imagine that conversation, right? You go to drink from your sippy cup. You see everybody's doing, they do a big toast. Everybody, boom, clink their glasses. You go to sip from your sippy cup and they don't move. So now you got to look for the waiter and try to flag him down and be like, hey, yo, come here. Boom, you whisper in his ear, yo, bro, can you take this cup? And then you got to slide it to him under the table so nobody else can see it. You feel me? So you got to hit him with the, yo, can you feel me? Go ahead and throw this in the dishwasher real quick. Or scrub it out real good. And it ain't suctioning. You feel me? I just need you to clean it real good. All right, bet. Good looks. Like, bro, I'm not having that conversation.
What if they told you no?
Yo, I can't sip from my sippy cup, and you telling me no, you can't. Bro, you gotta see me right then.
You gotta see me right then. I might be drinking from a sippy cup, but you seeing me right now.
I'd rather you tell me, I'll come back for it. Give me a couple minutes, or tell me anything but no.
So what was your choice?
Of this dinner resides on you cleaning this fucking sippy cup, bro.
So what was your choice?
I ain't gonna lie. If it's me, I'm going with the bed, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm going with the bed. And the only reason why I say that is because I eat like a child. All right, I eat like a child. I got a pair of joggers right now, G. Right now, I got them Christmas Day, and the same day I went and ate. I went and drunk like some coffee or like some chocolate milk or something, and it spilled on my fucking shirt and my joggers. They are no longer wearable. I wear them around the house because they're still brand new and they're still clean because I wash them. I just can't get the stain out. You feel me? But if I had a bib, I bet you it wouldn't have happened. I bet you I'd have a crisp, clean pair of white joggers right now for the winter season. You feel me?
All right. I got one.
I'm going with the bib all day.
All right. That's a bet. All right. So this one right here, it's you got to think a little bit about everything that is involved. Would you rather get locked up for a year in the most dangerous prison, or be forced to face your scariest fears for a year over and over?
Oh my God. I'm gonna let Vivid go first on this one. I'll come in after him. I'm not answering that first,
bro. And I'm gonna give before you give answers right quick, right? I'm gonna give you a little background on why I even thought of this one, right? I woke up about like 2 nights ago from a bad dream, dog. Like it was bad, and it was one of my scariest fears. And then I was watching like the next night or something about some of the craziest fights in the most dangerous prisons, or just the biggest murders, the most bloodiest murders, or something like that in the most dangerous prisons. And I was like, yo, that would be crazy to even stay in there for like a month. And then I was like, well, damn. I also had that crazy ass dream about my fear. I need to, which one would be worse? And I was like, oh, this would be great to go on the cast, bro. Perfect. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that Vivid.
So to that, I'd have to say I would pick my worst fears.
Why?
Elaborate.
Yeah, elaborate.
Because
please.
So you said it would be your worst fears over and over again for a year, right?
Right.
Yeah, like your scariest ones, the ones that fucking like make you, oh shit, okay, like, oh, like,
right,
like you sweating and shit, you terrified, like
that made
yeah,
my go up.
But if you reliving that every day, your fear, eventually you're gonna get over that fear. So within that year, it's gonna become nothing to you. You done came over that fear now. In prison, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what's expected. You could literally go into prison and get shanked and die, or get it's not really getting over. There's nothing to get over. But with your fears, I feel like you can get over that shit. It's nothing. It's a piece of cake.
Well, I mean, you gotta think there are people with like phobias though that never get over them. They have done therapy like that to get over it, and they still have it.
I get that. I have a fear of flying. That's one of my. I will not get on an airplane.
I have a huge fear of heights. You get me up,
Same.
it doesn't. And especially with my vision is so bad in my right eye that my depth perception is messed up. So something that's close seems very far. So imagine if I'm already high up and I'm looking down, that seems even further to me. And and Morgan makes a good point. Morgan makes a good point too. She said, "What if it's something like a fear of germs?"
Okay, but this is my thing. Right? And this is my only take from that is I feel where Vivid coming from. Like after at a year, you should be over that shit. But I ain't gonna lie, my biggest fear would tear me apart if I had to spend a year facing my biggest fear. I would be torn up for the rest of my life. My biggest fear is like paranormal. You feel me? I'm petrified of shit that I can't, you feel me, identify. So like if I put a cup on my table, and then it slides off and hit the floor, and it's not wet, bro. What's going on? You feel me?
It's
So
not on a slant.
imagine,
it's nothing. It's on a level table. What's going on?
Bro, I can't imagine spending a year of my life dealing with paranormal shit. Like, and for me, my biggest fear would be like a poltergeist or something. Like the worst possible entity that could arise is my biggest fear, bro. Like, I'm not scared of being shot. I'm not scared of a lot of things that I feel like a human being should be probably worried about, bro. But paranormal, no, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If I go to the most dangerous prison, you feel me? The most dangerous one. Prison, jail, whether it's county or whatever, they all run the same way. As long as you mind your P's and Q's, you really good. You feel me? Yes, you don't know what's going to happen. You have no clue what's going to go down. You feel me? But as long as you ain't messing with nobody, or you ain't talking crazy to nobody, you ain't starting no beef within the cell block, that's going to be a smooth year for me.
I was just saying, you get the right job and everything like that, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would go to the
chilling.
most dangerous prison and would be the most passive inmate, bro. Like I would get locked up in the most dangerous prison, bro, and I'd be in that mug cooling. You feel me? I'd be straight because I'm not putting myself in situations where all the dangers that come from being in this prison will be a problem that I even got to deal with. Whereas I got to spend a year ducking, dodging, and hoping that this entity doesn't tear me up for the next 365 days. You feel me? I'm not dealing with that, bro. I'm not dealing with it at all.
I just say, and I have one of my biggest fears, like ever, and will always be, is clowns. I do not fuck with clowns. It is a fear I've had since I was like 4 years old when I watched a clown movie, and it does not matter what type, but you could have the happiest type of like makeup on with a clown and everything. You still, in my head, you're about to have very, very long, sharp teeth, and you're about to rip my fucking head off.
Now, when everybody was doing all that clown dress up stuff back in 2015, 2016,
I fought clowns.
Jaden apart.
Bro, I fought clowns. I fought clowns. You don't understand. Okay, so during that time too, if you can remember, I had a little rough patch before things really got bad, and I was homeless for like 3-4 days. One of those nights, I stayed at Tomball Park right by the softball fields in the dugout. Boom, chilling, laid on that bench, bro. People were trying to walk through there with the clown things and all that, and they woke me up like this, bro. They got up to me and went and tapped me, and I went right to, bro. I straight, and I ain't gonna cap. I'm a grown man. I'll admit it. I pissed myself.
You ain't have to say that on the pod. Oh my God.
Petrified.
Oh my God.
I couldn't deal with that for a year. For a whole year? Nah. I'll take the prison. I'll take the prison all day long. I don't care. I do not care. That's it. Nope. I can't do a clown, bro. Clown is not my nope.
All right, but this is the only. Oh my God, that's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. But like the only way that I can as a homie, you know what I'm saying, I can really give you a pass, bro, is because you was unconscious and woke up to somebody right here in your face. Like I remember being in school and one of the when we were at Endeavor, which for y'all that don't know, Endeavor was an alternative school for kids that got kicked out of school. I'm not even going to say it was a school for bad kids because we had a lot of kids there that were like in the wrong place at the wrong time or like was in the wrong crowd or stuff like that. You feel me? But it was a place for kids that got kicked out. And I remember I went to school and I ain't gonna lie, I was a little under the influence. You feel me? I ain't gonna say under what, but I was under the influence.
I was
And
under the
I
influence.
the way the school is set up is when you get there, all the buses gotta pull up outside. Mind you, the whole like perimeter of the school, because it was like an outside campus. It was a bunch of like, what do they call it? Like a bunch of buildings side by side. Portables. That's what they're called. Yeah. Thank you. So it was a bunch of them side by side. You feel me? And the whole thing was fenced in.
There was one long building. That was
all the buses got to pull up outside. Everybody pull up outside. We sit out there. And then when the last bus comes, then we go through the gate. They pat us down, take our phone, and then we go to breakfast, right? So I'm out. My bus was like one of the first buses that would come. So I'm outside, and I go to sit on one of the benches, and it's like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. It's kind of cold, you feel me? So boom, I put my arms in my sleeve, and I go to lay down on the bench. Like I said, I'm the first one there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm chilling. You feel me? Like I think by the time I actually got to school, we got there like right at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Like, we were there before the sun came up. So I'm laying there and I'm asleep, and everybody's going inside the school to go to breakfast. So the cop comes up to me and he's shaking me like, yo, it's time to get up, it's time to get up. And I'm responding to him, telling him I'm up, but I'm asleep. Not even, I'm unconscious. So like I'm responding in my head, but nothing's coming out of my mouth. So he's shaking me and shaking me and shaking me. And finally I get up and I go to snap on him like, yo, didn't I just tell you I'm up? And we're like nose to nose, bro. Man sized me up. The cop sized me up. He was big, yo, like solid, 350 pounds. Big boy. You see me? Big boy. He just sized me at shit, 150 pounds soaking wet. And was like, man, go to breakfast right now. Go to breakfast. I said, yes, sir. Oh,
yes, sir.
Gave him my phone and picked up.
Yes, sir.
Vivian, what's your would you rather? Let's go ahead and get this segment over with. We got a lot of stuff this episode, and I want to get into it.
Okay, so would you rather have perfect memory or be able to forget anything at will?
Oh my God, that one's a no-brainer. I'll take this one. That one's a no-brainer. I can forget things at will. Taking it. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'm not even gonna think about it. I heard the first option, and then I heard forget anything at will, and instantly didn't hear nothing else. Everything else just boom, gone. Bro, I'm taking forget everything at will. You know how much stuff I would love to just go ahead and just forget about? Like, remember everything, and then like imagine you remember your whole family vacation, but then you got to remember this one part where your mama and your auntie or whatever got drunk and started fighting. Now the whole family fighting and ruined the whole trip. I'm gonna forget that one chunk and just remember all the good part that happened from the fucking vacation.
The first part of it was remember everything.
Remember everything.
I don't care. I'm forgetting that will, bro.
Yeah, I'm forgetting that will, bro.
I'm forgetting that will.
Bro, what do you think? What do you think I'd be smoking to try and do now?
Bro, I smoke now, and I do the stuff that I do now to ease the pain. If I can just forget it,
I'm not trying to, bro. I'm trying. There's a lot of my past that I'm trying to forget. It would fix a lot of things for the present me. I'm trying to forget a lot. Let me forget that stuff. Let me keep all my good memories I done had and all that. Yeah, I'm good with that. Let me have a happy life. A happy life. If I just got pissed off 5 minutes ago about some stupid shit and I know it's gonna piss me, let me just forget about that. Boop, it's gone. All right, what's going on? What we doing? What we gonna do? Let's go hang out. Man, I ain't trying to be on a pissed off mood all day and shit. Or what if it's something sad, depressing? Like I've had some things happen to a boy. You know, I've witnessed some things. I ain't trying to remember those. Like if I could just go all day with being in a great mood and every single day of my life be like that, bro. And what if it's something right that you were like studying for or something like that, but it's not, like a lot of it was just like you're reading a lot, but you have to remember all you just want to forget those parts that you know aren't important and just remember those. Your brain will be able to like handle so much more.
Dang, I'm mad you said that, because I ain't gonna lie, that kind of just changed my answer up. I ain't gonna lie, if I could remember everything, I probably would have did a lot better in school, bro. Like, my high school was challenging for me. Very challenging. Like, it was hard, dog. Just because I was struggling so hard to retain the information. Like, I knew it, and my teachers knew that I knew the information. But when it came time, like, they asked me a question and it's my turn to answer, I would go blank. But I know the answer.
Yeah.
So I change it. I change my answer. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna change my answer.
See,
this is the one time I'm gonna change it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
was
have to
pretty
go
good
and
at that.
remember everything.
I was pretty good at that though. I would
didn't think
I'd
about
like
it.
I
I
would
thought
have
about
to
it
on
more.
my
Good
own.
job, Vivid. You made me double back. But
I would have to on my own go back and shorten stuff, the important stuff, so I remembered, what it was and all that, because I was reading so much unnecessary stuff. I knew the key points that I needed to get to and everything like that. And it was just so much that I had to read to build up to that, thing and everything like that.
yeah.
But if you didn't read that like one little part above it, you wouldn't understand this part down here. So if I could just
Right.
remember those key points and forget all that other stuff, I'm chilling, and I was good on that. But that's just with me though. I was able to retain that little bit of information that I needed. If I get, but compacting my brain with so much stuff I didn't need made it harder for me to be able to retain that. If I could just swipe that stuff out of my brain, I don't need it no more. There's just a junk file, click and drag it over.
It's to get to the fourth line.
Yeah, literally. Like if I think of my brain like a computer, all this stuff right here, junk files, slide and delete. Like don't need none of that. Let's save this file. Let's copy that to hard drive. Like,
I can see it. Vivid, which one you going with?
I could see that, but like you said too, doubling back on your answer with with school and everything. Like, if you remember everything, there's so much that you could do, because like even myself, like I'm a fast learner. I could watch something pretty much one time and be like, I got this. I know how to do it. Like I could do this shit on my own. And if you remember everything, that's nothing. You can become a fucking someone who sits at a computer and does numbers all day, and you can become somebody who can just look at wood and be like, yeah, that's, we got to cut this here and here and here without even measuring it, because you already remember those measurements.
Right. And that's
there's so much that you could do.
And that's why I'm like, I might have been a little too hasty, because that's absolutely 100% right. You can read your entire like back to school. Like I said, for me, struggling with school was like my biggest downfall. You feel me? And I feel like it was because I didn't ask for enough help to comprehend the shit that I was reading. But if I just read the shit and I just knew it every time I read it, bro, I would have read every textbook front to back. You feel me? So anything that you got to tell me, I already know it. Every time you ask a question, I got my hand up. You feel me? I can ace every test without studying. Yeah.
Yes, because
I'd gladly take that right now.
Yo,
I'd have a 4.0 GPA. Like when I was in high school, it got to the point where like I would get sent to the office for stuff like getting into it with the teacher and stuff like that. And like most kids at that age and that time, you feel me, you would just get sent home, or you would get ISS, or you would, get a couple days of suspension, anything like that. But the way I would carry myself, you feel me, the way I handled the situation, and when I would get to the office and they would ask me like, yo, so what happened? I'd tell them exactly what happened. You feel me? I'd tell them what I said. I'll tell them what they said that made me respond like that, all of that. You feel me? And it got to the point where my school was like, yo, the stuff that we got in place for everybody else, the rules that, all these other kids got to abide by and XYZ, none of that even applies to you anymore. You're a grown man surrounded by kids. Like, and if I would have had that knowledge to be able to just retain everything, I would have been able to finish. You feel me? But not having that made it real hard, bro.
Nah, I think I'm still gonna stick with mine though, cause you gotta think like what happened. Like you gonna remember everything, right? What if something really like just not even like messed up, just like embarrassing, like something that's gonna be around for a while happened to you or something like that, or of something, but not too many other people, but you gotta remember that for the rest of your life, and it's affecting your confidence. I'd rather just forget about that, but you're gonna have that in the back of your head for the rest of your life. You will always remember that. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Round 2. Would you rather have X-ray vision, right? But you can only use it on unattractive people, or would you rather have everybody have X-ray vision, but they can only see you?
Say the first one again.
Would you rather have X-ray vision and only be able to use it on unattractive people, or have everybody in the world have X-ray vision and they can only see through you?
Whenever they look at me, are they only looking in X-ray vision?
Every time they look at you is with X-ray vision. So they see straight through your clothes, everything. Or every time you go to use your X-ray vision, you can only use it on people that's unattractive. Right? Think about it.
That one's
Think about
it.
Think about it.
Shit.
Think about it.
That's tough.
Tough.
I think.
Like, what if you're trying to have a conversation with your grandmother and all you're seeing is her saggy ass titties?
Oh, bro. Oh, come on, bro. Why do you have to do that?
What if vice versa? Every time your grandma try to talk to you, she see your dick.
That's what I'm saying. That's tough.
Every time Granny look at you, she see your sausage just blowing in the wind.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, that was hard, bro.
Why?
Hey,
Why would you have to?
That's watching this,
man,
put in the comment section and let me know which one would you pick. Would you rather be able to see X-ray vision for every person, but they're only unattractive, or let everybody see you with X-ray vision? That was tough.
That
was really tough. That one you really got to kind of think about, because that was hard, bro.
I honestly, I would rather have everyone look at me, because honestly, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care what my body looks like and all that anymore. Like, I'm not trying to look for anybody. I got a wife. I'm chilling. I don't care what anybody thinks of me anymore. People's opinions and shit don't affect me, and none of my body is for you anyway. So,
I know that's real.
Like, I don't really give a shit. I will get fat as fuck, and I know that my wife's gonna love me regardless. I am still gonna get the action that I have been getting today. I will still get that. I don't need y'all's approval of that. So, what, you can think of me as you wish. I'm good. I'm much rather you look at me. I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm chilling. But if I gotta, bro, what if like you're like out and about, and you're having a great day, and like you just stumble across a homeless person who hasn't showered in like 3 months, and they've been like literally sleeping in a dirt pile for the past few months.
Oh my God,
bro. And you have to look at, and you don't even like get to control. Like it just happens. Like you just look over and it's just, God damn. Oh, that's in my mind now. Yep, that I was having a great day. Now I'm gonna be eating later, and all of a sudden this is gonna pop up. I'm gonna throw up. Okay. This is great. This is great. Yeah, nah. I'd much rather. I could go about my whole day, be like, I don't give a fuck what you think. What you think? What you think? What you think? What you think? I don't give a fuck what none of y'all think. I don't care. I'm chilling.
Family included.
But, hey, my mama birthed me. She knows what it already looks like. I don't like. Hey, like my sister and all that, I don't really see her ever. My brother, I don't really ever see him. I ain't got no other family down here. The only person is my girl. So, and she loves to look at that. Where am I losing at?
Yo, I like it. I like it.
Where am I losing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Imagine, right? You're at work too. They can't fire you because they can only see you naked. That's not fair. That's against the law.
That's not fair.
That's against the law.
Yo, I don't know, man. I'm torn because, like, just off of what Vivid said, like, I couldn't imagine talking to my grandmother and seeing through her. Like, I don't know. I'm torn, bro.
It don't sit right. It don't sit right.
Bro, I remember trying to check my granny, bro. And I remember when I was like 16, 17, something like that. And my granny had came to Florida to come and visit. And I remember everybody like, oh, grandma got a new boyfriend. Da, 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 da. Mind you, my grandmother is like in her 60s. You feel me? You have no business dating nobody, I feel like, as is at that point. Go ahead and just throw in the towel, right? But the dude that she was, I didn't find this out until later, but the dude that she was with was like young. So I was like, yo, what's good? No. You feel me?
Oh, no.
So boom, I go to check my granny. I'll never forget it, bro. She in the kitchen making breakfast. We all know how grandmas be in the morning. You feel me? They making the biscuits from scratch, the full shit. So I decided to go out of my way to get up, take my shower, and I smell breakfast cooking. So I go in the kitchen. I say, yo, you smell good. What you making? Da, 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 da. Right? And I ask her, I'm like, yo, so Granny, I heard you got a little boyfriend now. Like, what's up? Like, I'm some type of big dog or something. Like, I'm finna tell my granny you can't have a man or something. Bro, my granny looked me in my soul, G. Looked me in my soul. And I apologize in advance to everybody watching this, bro. But yo, my granny looked me in my soul, dog, and was like, yep. And he eat me too. So what else you want to know? I said, yo,
go, Granny,
bro,
yo, oh my God, yo, so, oh my God, why does that immediately trigger the fact you've seen my nana? My God. I'm just sitting there chilling with my nana, and I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm in the kitchen at the kitchen table, and okay, she comes to sit down, and she's on her phone. You know, she got her flashes down like this and everything. I was like, Nana, what you doing? What's going on? She goes, nothing, I'm on Craigslist. I was like, Craigslist? What you doing on Craigslist? She goes, looking for a man. I was like, looking for a man? She goes, yeah, someone who could, handle this, do the bit. I was like, oh no, no, don't. No, she goes, no, do the works with me. I was like, stop, no, no. She goes, it's all good. I'll find someone that can eat me eventually. I was like, I don't want this
Wow.
cigarette no more. I'm gonna put that out. I'm gonna go to my room and I'm gonna cry. And I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry till I can't cry no more. I don't ever want to hear that again. Oh, why did you have to bring that up? I thought that was, bring it back to one of the other would you rathers. I wish I could forget that. I wish. You had to bring that memory back up. I thought it was gone, bro. I thought it was gone.
Right. That's like imagine, you're spending the weekend at your granny's house, and you're laying on the couch, or chilling in the spare room, and she's in her room doing whatever, and she's like, hey baby, come here, I want to talk to you. And you open the door and she's just sitting on the bed like, sit down, baby, like full birthday suit.
Oh
like,
my
what do you
God,
like,
bro? No,
would
I'm
you
not
close the door and walk back out?
No.
No, I don't even, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, yo. Like, I done seen enough movies, okay? So I know how the scene is gonna start. The moment I walk through the door, and my granny got that robe on, like she trying to tell me something.
I'm walking back out the door.
I know this your gown ain't on underneath it or not, bro. What's up, granny? Don't tell me your dementia done kicked in. Like, what's up, bro? Ain't no way.
Ain't no way you think I'm the plumber and I'm here to,
Nah, bro, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope. I think my final answer, because I haven't even answered it. I've just been so torn up. I think my final answer would have to be, bro, like, if I had to pick between the two, hands down, I'd rather just be able to x-ray everybody. I don't need my granny looking at me in that light. If I had them type of I just won't make eye contact. I'll just look down the whole time we talking. You feel me? I ain't gotta look at you. If I know that this is what I'm walking into, and I know it's because you're bro, I'm gonna just look down the whole time. I ain't even got to do this with you, bro.
No, ain't you.
Just off the strength of, I wouldn't want, or even worse, I wouldn't want to go visit my mom and go to hug her, and all she sees is my meat on her leg. Like, nah, bro. Nah.
That's crazy.
Nah, bro. I'm good. I'd rather everybody just be able to see me. I'd rather.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
All right. I got one. All right. So
Last one. Let's go.
Would you rather go bald or have to pay to get a haircut every day?
Damn. I mean, oh no, bro. I got a whole lot of head. Pause.
Pause. Hold up. Damn.
Pause, bro. Like, no Diddy.
Word.
No Diddy. But like, I got an egghead, bro. Like, my dreads is what's saving my life right now. Like, I ain't like, even when like I would get my hair cut low, when I start getting older and realizing how big my head is, nah, bro. I'm going with like flat tops and mohawks. And, you feel me?
Yo, he do got a funky looking head, though.
You want me to go straight bald, so all you see is this?
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Boy,
Are you crazy?
Some beanies for the rest of his life.
Bro, what's up, boys? Welcome to the No Limit podcast. I just want to thank everybody for liking this.
He literally can't. Yo, and you have to stay like this the whole time. You can't. If you go down, it's just gonna be.
Bro, I would have to wear a hat every day, bro.
Every single day, no matter what, you have to wear a hat.
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather just go ahead and pay to get my hair cut every day. I'll be all right.
Word.
I'll be all right. I'm going.
What about you, Vivi?
I'd probably have to pick, the haircut.
That's a lot. That's a whole lot of forehead just blowing in the wind, bro. That's a whole lot
out there looking like Mr. Clean Head ass.
But you gotta think
Yeah,
that's a
like,
lot of.
nah,
You gotta
bro.
think that's a lot of bread.
Hey, man.
Every
Listen,
single day, you gotta go and get your hair cut again and again and again, bro. You
bro,
got that's a lot of bread.
bro. I don't care how bad life gets. I'm not losing my hair, bro. The day I lose my hair will be the same day y'all pull my plug. The day I
All
start
right,
losing
yeah.
my hair, bro, that's gonna be my 13th reason why. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'd have to get. Yeah, I get a haircut every day. I'm just thinking of like, so you know, I got this little thing right here and everything. So I'm thinking my whole head completely bald, right? And it's go down, and I got this little lump right here. So
Yeah, bro, y'all
I
see the comment, bro. Nobody is gonna
wow,
play SKATE on my head, bro. I'm not going for it. I'm
facts,
not going for it, bro.
facts.
You're not finna play horse on my shit. Nope, not going for it. Got me out here looking like Morris
Bro.
Chestnut back in 2006, 2006 and shit. No, bro.
Play a whole fucking game of full court basketball on that head.
Everybody want to play around the world on my shit. No, I'm not going for it.
I'm not going for it.
I'm not going for it. Y'all ain't finna come over here and have a dunk contest on me. Nope. Nope.
Hey, Yo, Z, put your head down, bro. I need to do a dunk right quick.
I think not.
Hey, Yo, Z, can you put your head down, bro? I need a rant right quick. I'm trying to do this trick.
Nah, cause see, I can't see. The beanie comes in. The beanie is a problem for me because then again, like black attract heat, bro. You feel me? I'm not finna wear a beanie or a scully all through the summer, bro. I'm not putting this hot ass. For me, all hats are uncomfortable now. Maybe it's because of my locks. Maybe I done got used to not wearing hats because I used to. But bro, no, it's a fat no for me. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. There's nothing that you could tell me that'll make me feel like, damn, going bald might just be the vibe. No, bro. If I go bald, bro, I'm out here like Britney Spears, bro. Somebody come save me. A goo gaga. What are you talking about, bro? I'm going crazy, bro. There's no way I'm gonna be out here bald headed just thugging. Are you nuts?
No way.
Nuts?
No way,
bro. No, I'm not doing it. I'd rather hit the bar every day. Same time. Hey, bro, I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll see you tomorrow at 10. You feel me? I'd rather take that every day than bald, bro. And then imagine the cold season. You feel me? Like, even though I got to get a haircut every day, I might just take like a snip or two off the tip or something. You feel me? But I'm not bald, bro. It's cold right now. It's snowing feet and inches across the globe right now. You think my bald headed ass is gonna be out here in the cold, freezing my goddamn scalp off? Are you crazy?
Yeah. That's crazy.
I'm not doing it. I'm gonna take the haircut. Vivid this on you. I'm taking the haircut.
Yes, so would I. I definitely would.
There's no way, bro. There's no. Do you understand how cold I wake up every morning, bro? I wake up every single morning like I'm in Antarctica. I woke up this morning and my house was fucking 54 degrees and I about had an aneurysm. Like, no, bro. Don't get me wrong. I love sweater weather. Sweater weather. I'm wearing a sweater right now. Long sleeve. Love it.
A sweater right now.
I refuse to chop every hair off my head and go outside and let these 20-mile-per-hour winds touch the top of my brain, bro. Are you crazy? Every thought I just had, gone right then. No, bro. I can't go out like that. Nah, bro. See, and that's different. That's different. That's different. You feel me? That's different. Because if I got my head in that one little, you feel me, she dig, then I'm good. You feel me? But what I won't do, like for example, let me paint a picture for you. All right. Imagine you wake up in the morning right now, in the middle of we getting into the winter season. You feel me? Temperature is starting to drop. You feel me? We got people already getting snow the full shit, right? You get up in the morning, you go to get dressed, you put your coat on, your gloves, you put on your little yarn hat, boom, you go to pimp outside. And the breeze slices your head to mush, bro.
Yo.
The moment you go outside, now your whole head feels like 20 seconds of Fruit Ninja. Like, no,
Yeah.
bro. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I'm gonna take a hard pass. I can't go bald,
Yeah.
bro. I can't. I think that might be my biggest fear. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. That's gonna be a hard day. It's gonna be a long season.
Yeah.
But I feel like with the right circumstances, you feel me? I could tolerate going to get my hair cut every day. I feel like it would be inconveniencing because now I got to make sure that, I got time to go get a haircut. But if I'm getting a cut every day, how much are you really cutting? You feel me? Now, if it's like every day I get my hair cut and then I go to the barbershop and it's back to the same length, then all right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take it all day. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like, if every day I come in there, you just a little, and it's growing back a little, grow. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll be all right.
Yeah, I take that.
Yeah, I'll take the haircut every day.
Hey man, let's go on to this new segment though. You feel me? Let's go ahead and get into this new segment. Let's go ahead and pull up the pop culture. Let's go ahead and bring up this pop culture. Yes, sir. Now, Vivid said he had a lot of stuff where as far as like gaming to talk about, and I'm very intrigued to see what you had to talk about. So we're gonna let Vivid go first.
Facts.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys ever heard about this, but apparently in 2018, at Comic-Con, there was a rally held for this girl, Rose Tico.
Okay.
Apparently, she's an Asian American, and there was a lot of controversy because she wanted a role in Star Wars.
Right.
But a lot of people rebutted that and said she didn't have a place in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
Because of her, I guess, her ethnicity.
What the hell?
Yeah, so they held a big campaign for it. They said she didn't belong as an Asian American woman in the Star Wars universe.
What the hell? Building a campaign against that is absolutely insane.
Yeah, the amount of different ethnicities that we have within the Star Wars saga by themselves already is quite a bit. What's the issue? Like we have aliens, robots, and shit in it. What's the issue of an Asian American being in it? I'm not seeing.
Bro,
I'm not seeing
and
an issue.
a lot of the aliens. Bro, I'm sitting here thinking about just random filler characters and just random beings in Star Wars. And a lot of them have a lot of, if you're going to break it to that type of standpoint, a lot of them have a lot of Asian American characteristics.
Yeah.
So what the hell are you talking about right now?
Yeah, what's going on? Well, I don't. That's not making a whole lot of sense.
That's actually crazy. That's one of the biggest friends. That's like saying Star Trek shouldn't have Asian American characters. There shouldn't be people at Comic Con dressing up trying to be Asian American characters. Or even better, I'll take it a step farther. That's like saying a black male doesn't have the right playing an Asian character. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
And
I get
in
what you're
that,
saying.
I guess in that sense, like it doesn't make sense. Now I can see if she was trying to play a character that is originally of a different descent and they used her to fill that role instead of getting someone that looks or is from that descent, then I can see that. You feel me?
Right.
Like, like if they chose, I don't know, and in this case, let's say this. It's like if they chose an Asian person to be the Black Panther. What are you talking about? You feel me? In that aspect, I can see that. But just off the strength of being in the franchise, and you're saying just the fact that she's an Asian American, that she doesn't have the right to even just be in the franchise at all, yeah, you're bugging. You lost me.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I
Like
don't know.
she
There
can't.
was
She doesn't have a single role at all that she could fill. Not one. Nah.
Not one.
it's
That's
just
crazy to
certain,
me.
I guess certain people just felt like she didn't she didn't belong. Apparently it made
Those
it
certain people are
to
stupid as
the
fuck.
whole rally was on CNET. It was on CNET, it was on Rolling Stones, it was even
Wow.
one of the makers or somebody from Star Wars themselves went to the rally.
Are
You're
you?
kidding.
Oh
You're
my.
kidding. Whoever that
I,
person
I
was,
got.
you can
stupid as
look it
I
fuck.
up.
definitely got to look this up. Cause
Yeah,
ain't
for
no
sure.
way, bro. The fact that you and that's crazy to me because like I feel like as a representative, so to speak, of the brand, why would you be at that rally? I feel like from a business perspective, you're showing that the brand is uninclusive to at the very least to minorities. You feel me? And I feel like that damages the brand for one,
Oh, one hundred
and
percent.
that hurts your fans because what about your Asian American fans that you just hurt and damaged by that? You feel
Mhm.
me? Like
100%.
you had I feel like in that moment you had a keen opportunity, and we're gonna touch on this in a second. And a lot of celebrities, I feel like nowadays don't do it, but you had a keen opportunity to use your platform to advocate for this girl that was shit. If anything, boosting and trying to show how diverse the brand is. And now by showing up to this rally to diminish her from that, I feel like you're taking away from the brand and the fans at the same time.
One hundred
Right.
percent. 100%.
Like
See, I
that,
wish they
that
gave
just
more
blew
of
me.
a I wish they gave more of a like backstory into it. I tried like researching like more into it, but they don't really give you enough information like regarding it. Um but like as you just said, like people promoting and being there to support. So like our fandom is like our superpower in a way.
Right.
So it's like if we apply our power to promote our values, it means that we can have an impact on our shared political and cultural life. It means that we
Absolutely.
can support and stand up for each other, without having a fandom and shit. What do you have? If you make a
Absolutely.
movie and nobody's watching the movie, where are you going?
And that's true. 100%. And that's like there's a big streamer. She's one of the biggest female streamers on Twitch. Her name is Pokimane. And she started this brand of cookies. And everybody, big really hype, and all her fans were ready to buy and stuff like that. But when they go to look at the price doesn't match the value. One. And they were saying that the cookies that she made were another brand overseas that I guess wasn't doing as good. So she made it popular and put her name on it. But it's the same cookie. It's literally the same cookie. So instead of dealing with the backlash properly, right, and moving forward, and I would say in a way, thinking about her brand, instead her immediate response was, well, if you're broke and can't afford it, then just say that. And for me and a lot of people that reported on it, right, that's a crazy thing to say when you're the biggest streamer on Twitch because of your fans donating to you. You feel me? So like the moment that they stop donating and the moment that these sponsorships stop coming in, what do you have? It started right here with $5, $10, $2 donates. And now look at where you are now, in a position where you can build your brand up, in a position where you can, branch out and make merchandise and have all these different brand deals. But it started with these same broke people donating you. And that shit again absolutely blows my mind that people use their these celebrities, these A-list, B-list celebrities use their platforms for all the wrong reasons. Now, I'm not going to say all of them do, but a lot of them do. Shit, 75, 80 is still a passing grade. You feel me? And I feel like a lot of times these celebrities, and again, this isn't all of them, but I feel like a lot of times they get so caught up in where they are now that they forget where you even came from.
Right.
But you'll go on these same interviews and be like, yeah, I still remember being out in the hood and trapping sacks and, in strip clubs and dancing and da-da-da-da. But you don't remember how humble you were at that time. You forgive me? Like, you don't realize, and I feel like they don't think about how wholesome you were at that time, how conservative you was on relationships and things of that nature, because you were humble. You weren't where you are now. You were in a position where you can, go to Balenciaga and drop $100K just because. You were going to Walmart and shopping on clearance because it was on sale. You feel me? Like, you couldn't afford them J's, so you got to wear them Shacks or them N1s. You feel me? Now, I understand, remembering where you are and being blessed for what you have. But it's another thing, like I said, going back to Pokey's situation. It's another thing to know that you're the number one streamer on this platform and da-da-da-da-da, and your fans are telling you like, yo, you might want to go back to the drawing boards. And this is the people that brought you to this point anyway. Instead of taking that criticism, oh, well, y'all broke, so that's on y'all. That's crazy to me.
Right.
It's crazy. But
going along with that is actually one of my questions. Is so who do you think is like the most influential person or artist or game, just in general, the most influential person today? And do you think that they're influencing in a good way or a bad way?
To that, I'd have to pick probably Jelly Roll.
Really? Okay. What? Is it like in a good way?
Yes, in a good way. So, growing up he was, he was a felon. He was very bad, robbing people, doing a lot of bad things that he shouldn't have been doing.
A lot of cocaine.
But since then, he's done nothing but turn himself around. He goes to the prisons, to the inmates. He talks to the inmates. He tries to get them to sing with him. He's all about positivity now, and even his songs are, they're positive, they're powerful, they're heartfelt. You feel that shit, like how he went from a nobody, felon to this big huge name now.
Yeah,
So I feel like he's a big icon right now.
I can agree to that. I can agree to
I
that.
my answer will throw y'all off.
See, my thing with what Vivid is saying is, and I'll agree. I feel like I'll agree to an extent, right? Because I see a lot of the stuff that Jelly Roll is doing, and a big shout out to him. Salute. And I was just watching something recently, and somebody was just asking him, about, what is he gonna if because his diet and the lot of stuff that he's doing, he's losing weight. You feel me? He's eating right, he's exercising, he's doing stuff before shows, all this big stuff, And somebody asked him, like, yo, if you get to losing weight, are you gonna continue to go by Jelly Roll? And he was like,
Yeah.
he was like, I done build my name and my brand of Jelly Roll. Now, granted, it was, a name that I made because, I'm overweight, I'm fat, I'm a big boy. But it's still a name that when you hear, you know me. You know my story. You know where I came from. You know what I did to get here. You feel me? So it's more about the legacy and the name that and the shit that was built upon the name than just the name itself. And I felt like that was the coldest thing I ever heard. And then there's, well, let me not say that, because then there's like I say that, and then I think about the interview that I just watched with Mike Tyson right before his fight with Jake Paul. And I think it was like a kid, it was an interviewer that asked him, and she asked him, what do you hope to gain, or, what do you feel about your legacy after this fight? And Mike Tyson told her straight up, like, bro, I don't care about the word legacy don't mean nothing to me. You feel me? I don't care about that. Like, the word legacy is something that some word for word, I'm going to quote him verbatim. He was like, the word legacy is something that somebody said and somebody clung on to, so now everybody just says it. But once you're dead, you're dead. Ain't nothing past that. You feel me? Ain't no legacy, ain't no, what happens next. All of that is gone right then. You feel me? And I felt like that was, in a way, like, like I just said, but in a way, I felt like that was still powerful, though. You feel me? Because, coming from one of the greatest boxers in history, you feel me? For him to say something like that, it kind of, in a way, put it in perspective how easy it is to gain a lot and how easy it is to lose a lot. You know what I mean? So for me, when he said that, it was like, shit, the same way I came in is how I'm gonna leave. So I was the same nobody when I started, and when it's time for me to go, I'm gonna most likely die a nobody type. You feel me? Like, the only people that are really gonna genuinely care is my family anyway. And I felt like that was hard. That was hard coming from one of the greatest of all time to do what he do.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking on that, let me ask y'all, because I don't know if y'all got to see the fight or y'all just been watching highlights or whatever. What did y'all feel about the Mike Tyson fight?
Honestly, I haven't even watched anything on it yet. All I have is what people have been telling me. I've been at work. I've been at work and everything. I just haven't watched it. But
Bro,
I've heard that it could have went better on both parts. They both could have given more. But I want to watch it. I'll probably have to update that.
bro.
It was scripted.
100%.
It was
100%.
it was scripted.
100%.
Jake won, right?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
If you go back, bro, this is all I'm gonna say, and this is my only comment on it. You feel me? Anybody can feel how they want. Anybody can say what they want to, but bro, go back and look at all of the videos. Look at every video of Mike Tyson training, and then go
Yep.
look at the fight and tell me
Yep.
if that's the same fighter.
Yep.
Tell me if the person that was in that ring is the same person that was in the gym. Tell me this 65-year-old man can't still move like he was in his prime after looking at this training videos. I don't care what nobody say, bro. And I was watching something today, and while they were fighting, you can see Jake giving Tyson signals on when to hit, when not to hit.
Yeah.
You feel me? All bro.
At one point, you saw when he when Tyson actually caught him with that hit, Jake turned to him and told him, he said, "Stick to the script." That's why Mike kept biting his glove the whole time, because in reality, he wanted to knock him the hell out. But he knew that he couldn't because that money was on the line. He was paid to lose that fight to let Jake win.
Yeah, because he's been having a whole lot of issues, and at the very end, he literally said, I know this part." He said, "I'm just here to pay my bills."
bro.
It was just a payout.
Which oh my god. Which is I can't accept that, bro. I can't accept that. I can't. I
No.
have to, but I can't, bro. Because again, like Vivian said, you feel me? You can see in the fight, Tyson is making it very, very known that he wants to do a lot more. You feel me? But he just couldn't. So, boom. With that being said, right? That brings. Let me go ahead and bring this question up. Shout out to our co-host, Sick Georgie, back at home. Do you feel like the line between sports and entertainment is starting to get blurred out?
A little bit, yeah, I do. I feel like a lot of sports players now, they're not so much focused on their game and how well of a player they are. Like, they are a little bit. Of course, you don't want to be a shitty player. Nobody wants to. But I think they're more focused on reaching out to or becoming more involved with people that already have a lot of clout, that are already like really big in some form of industry, some form of way. They are impacting a lot of people around the world. They get connected with those people, and then they blow up in their stuff. I'm hanging out with this person. I'm dating this person. I'm always going to be with this person. Come out to this football game because hey, I'm hanging out with this person. He's representing my team. It's shit like that. I don't think it's really about the skills, the stats. Going into it, it's more about who's the most popular player now, who's the most hated player now, and who is like the underdog.
Right.
Like, if you think about it, the MVP is really the person who has the most amount of social media following, has the most amount of airtime, has the most amount of people being kept up on their business, even though it's not their business, and the most the person the rookie of the year or some shit like that. That's just the next person that's just the next person in line that's got a lot of clout. It's He's coming up. He did something flashy, some shit like that. Got somebody's attention. Boom. Now he's on this streak of doing some shit. Now he's got a lot of clout. Now he's got a lot of following. Now he's got a lot more people watching him. Now he can go up on the field. That's
And
focus
I
on
agree with
focus on the
that
court. Focus
to
on
an
the field.
extent.
Focus on your mentality. You don't need to be worried about these other people. Yeah, it is great to have those people. They bring in revenue. They bring in tickets. They bring in, you know, you guys wouldn't be there without them. But now you're getting too involved with them. Like
Right.
the whole thing with like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I thought it was blown out of proportion. I thought it was blown out of proportion. Like it's literally two people that got together. It's no different than me getting with my wife. Those people want to be with each other. Cool, let them be with each other. Why did everybody go get hype and shit about it? Because he's a big football star and she's one of the biggest like singers out there. Like, oh well, it's still just two people. That doesn't mean that they should be bringing hate and love to each other's you know uh, careers and everything over it. That's goofy.
What'd you say, Vivid?
Mm,
Do you feel like the
I
line?
think so.
Yeah.
I think
Why though?
so because even like Georgie said in the comments, it feels all for entertainment now and money. That's all it really is. You used to be able to watch a sport and really enjoy it. Like back in the day when you watched, football, back in the day, that shit was raw. That shit, now
Right.
it's like you watch it and it's like, all right, it's you don't get that same thrill watching it anymore. I remember games, jumping out of my seat, like screaming, like run, like, doing shit. And now it's
Right.
just like, I feel like there's no half the players, they give off that I'm just here for the money. I could care less about this game. They don't have that push anymore. They don't have that drive.
I agree with that. And that goes back to what I was saying before. You feel me? I feel like once these celebrities get to a certain point, that they forget where they came from. You feel me? With and with sports, I feel like especially it's the same thing. It's especially bad with sports. I feel like especially with football, we got a lot of football players that, how do I say, give off the aura of I'm just here for the payout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, win or lose, I'm gonna still make the same check either way. So that drive and that hunger to win every game and to come aggressive every game and to put up the best that you can every game, that drive
Right.
starts to get diminished. I had a teacher in middle school. Matter of fact, me and Mischief had the same teacher. His name was Coach Mobley. He was my math teacher, yo. And he used to play for the Bucks back in the day. Like he came to school, brought us his rings and everything. Like, bro, dad ass used to play in the league. Shout out to Coach Mobley, bro. But I'll never forget when we asked him, like, why'd you stop playing football? And, why'd you become a math teacher at an alternative school in the middle of nowhere?
For
You feel
real.
me? He told me straight up, like, yo, I lost love for the game. But that goes to show that was a different time and a different era. You feel me? Where when you fell out of love for the game, it wasn't about how much money you paid me. I don't even want to play anymore. You feel me? Nowadays, they don't even care if they want to play. Shoot, I'm going to still get paid the same amount. So shit, I might as well just get on the field anyway. Get against this certain team and be like, yo, we already know how it's going to go. So we're going to go out there and play. And whatever we do, we're going to do it. But, you know what I'm saying? You know who we're playing today. So it gets turned into a payout. It all showed. Like, even like the dunk contest now. The dunk contest to me ain't even as entertaining to watch anymore. I feel like vivid. Like I remember back in the day, you would watch the dunk contest and you'd get hyped. You'd be like, oh, he out there. He really like, oh, bro did a double behind the back honey dip. Like, yo, bro was crazy with a windmill. Bro did a double behind the back windmill, boom. Like that would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays it's like the flash of it and the enjoyment of it and that thrill of not knowing or that explosive feeling that's just out the window now. For me at least, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not what it used to be.
No.
But to go back to what Mischief was saying though, right? That brings me to another question that, shout out to Georgie back home, bro. I'm hurt, but understanding why my dog couldn't be here. Shout out to co-host Georgie. Do you feel like these social media platforms they paint a crazy image of what these celebrity lives really are in reality?
Yeah,
I feel like
100%.
Like when I read it shook me. You feel me?
It's all about getting a hook now. It's all about getting that scoop.
Yeah.
And if it's not what they want, if it's not what they think that the people of today's world are gonna want, they will factor it and doctor it and do whatever add, take out, do whatever they got to do to it to make it seem like it's something so much bigger than what it really is. One of these celebrities could be just going out for a walk. They see an old friend from before, they got famous and all that shit. Oh, hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, ooh, this person has a secret lover on the side. They meeting up for coffee and everything while nobody else is noticing. Look, they're in casual clothes trying to blend in with everybody else. No, I went around the block real quick to get some air, and I got a coffee, and I saw someone that I haven't seen in 15 years.
Right.
I'm gonna say hi to him right quick. We didn't end off on bad terms. I got busy. Like
right. And I agree. I was thinking that too. Like I feel like a lot of like these reality TV shows, and I know this is gonna sound crazy because it's common sense, right? But I feel like a lot of these reality shows, that's not how people are really living their day to day, bro. Like I feel like nowadays certain shows overhype like what's actually going on. And I feel like because people get these cameras in their face, they start to feel like they gotta act and move a certain way because of this character that they have to play. But if it's supposed to be reality, you feel me? Then let's show the reality of it. Why are you waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning with a full face of makeup? You feel me? Like you got up, did it, right, and then hopped back in the bed. You feel me? All right, y'all, we're rolling in 3, 2, 1. You feel me? Like it's not reality to me. Like back in the day, for example, y'all remember back in the day, every big celebrity with a big family had their own reality show. You feel me? Like every family had one. T.I. had his show. Master P had his show. It was another one. Who else? I used to watch this shit all the time on MTV. And it was like when they got up, you feel me? You could tell that like regardless if these cameras are rolling or not, this is how I'm about to act. You feel me? So y'all gonna have to pull me to the side. You feel me? Talk to me off camera and do one of them little shots where like the mic gotta peep in. And, you feel me? Because that's real life. You feel me? That's real deal Holyfield. Nowadays, I feel like everything that we watch, everything is just all brain rot. It's all scripted. None of it is actually real.
Yeah.
It's so hard nowadays, and please correct me if I'm wrong, bro. I'd be feeling like nowadays, especially like in our generation, being so consumed by like social media and things like that, and all these other different platforms, I get the feeling like it's so easy to make a regular day-to-day interaction that would be and would feel wholesome. It's so easy to just script that shit now. So it's so hard to tell who's actually being genuine and who's just doing it for views.
Right.
That shit is aggy to me. Like, you'll have people that'll like walk up to their homeboy, right, and they'll record the whole interaction, and they'll walk up to him, sit down, hand them some food, you feel me, or vice versa, whatever, and they'll play that same video in reverse to make it seem like they just gave a homeless person some food. You feel me? Like, that shit is crazy to me. It's so crazy to me how easy it is to just manipulate the technology to make any image, or not necessarily image, but any narrative that you want just instantly become a reality. Nowadays, motherfuckers be so reliant on these different platforms, you feel me, to give them their information. Motherfuckers don't even do research no more.
They really don't. No, they really don't. And like, but kind of like based in with like, it's one of my questions basically, but it kind of goes along with what you were saying with reality shows and everything like that.
Right.
Like I've been thinking that like video games,
Mm-hmm.
they've been getting too realistic. Like they're involving a lot more of today's shit and everything, and it's making people think that they can do what they can do in video games, and it's making people live their life like it's like a movie or a video game, like it's based upon shit that isn't really real. Like you gotta understand, it's based. It's like the base of it, you know, was off of this, but it is fictional. Shit is made up in it. This is not real life. This is not how people live. Why are you trying to live your life like that? Because like it just like reality shows the same thing. You know, like that's not really real life.
Right.
This is not how people are. This is not what you should be following. This is simply for enjoyment purposes only, entertainment.
Right. Absolutely. So then look, let me ask both of y'all this question, and I'm gonna step back. All right. Let me ask you both this question, and I want y'all to give me your honest opinion. So with all of that being said, do you feel like these video game companies should be held accountable for the games that they're putting out and the imagery that they're basically promoting?
Yes and no. I on both parts, yes and no. Like yes, they should be held accountable for it because you know you see how people are, you see what type of, you know, it does say 18 older has to be a teen or whatever, all that, but kids younger than that are playing that. You know, parents nowadays aren't really focused on their kids like they should. It's just what it is. Like it's just facts. I don't.
Right.
I'm sorry if you know if your kids go crazy and all that if you're watching, but I'm sorry. Like it's just how it is. Like a lot of kids aren't just being monitored how they should, so they've been doing things that they shouldn't be, playing games, watching movies that they shouldn't be. But on the other hand, it's for entertainment purposes. They give all warning labels. They give all things. It's also on the people of society as well. I mean, if you know what you know, they give off the warnings and everything on the game. They have to. It's against the law not to. On it is showing what's in the game, what's going to be happening, and all that. You know what's going to happen in the game before you even buy it. You know what you're thinking what you want to do. You know,
Right.
if you get sucked into that game, that's on you. You know, go live a life too. You can play a game all day. We get mad at the game and all. I can play the game all. I could go outside though. I can go have a life. I don't have to have it. It's good. It's great to have it, but I don't. That thing is not a big priority like that. I don't live my life based on the game. That's the thing that people are misinterpreting nowadays. No, at the same time, I don't think it is on them. But at the same time, you got to think about the society that you are living in and what's going to intrigue people, what's not. And you're putting a lot of intriguing things and a lot of those sinful thoughts that people have, those intrusive thoughts. They live it out in the game, and then they think it's okay to live it out in real life because it's so realistic.
Right.
So I'm back and forth on that. It's a yes and no. I don't really have a definite answer on it.
Same here, because I feel like you said, most of the companies or video game makers, they put that out there. That's already known. You should be smart enough to know in your own mind not to go out and do that, live that kind of life. Like you're sitting here playing, say GTA, you know,
Right.
you're gonna go outside, buy a fucking RPG and just shoot it up at a helicopter. You're gonna know your consequences.
Right.
That should already be set in your mind. Like you should be smart enough to know that's not a decision you should make.
You can't just hide in the bushes and lose those stars.
Right. I feel that person should be held liable, not the video game.
Okay.
You're the
Yeah,
one
I agree.
choosing to do that. You're the one making those decisions.
Okay. So what about the games that'll target a younger audience, but will be grooming that same younger audience towards a certain narrative? Like for example, right now, right? I watched a video about this dad that went to his kid's school and they were having story time or something like that. It was an elementary school, right? And the kids were getting, I can't remember if the kids were getting a drag show instead of the story time, or it was a bunch of people dressed in drag reading the stories to the kid. Either way, they were grooming them towards a certain narrative. It's the point. You feel me? Which, as grown adults, we're like, that's neither here nor there. But these are children. You feel me? And I feel like a lot of times in certain video games, they'll create certain narratives, or even in TV shows, they'll create these certain narratives that'll try to sway a kid, a child, innocent mind to kind of, I guess, in a way, think a certain way or view things a certain way, even if it's right or wrong. This is still a child. You feel me? Like instead of
I see where you're coming from. I still think I wouldn't put it exactly on the gaming industry and the gaming companies, people making them, but I would still blame that on society, because
okay,
you got to think society basically controls it all. There's the government and all that, whatever, but it all depends on how society reacts to it,
right,
and the way society is now is a lot more people they have a lot. There's like, I don't even know how many genders there are now. People are a lot more sensitive about things. There's
yes,
there's
this
just
generation
it's
is so
that
sensitive.
there's just this whole new generation is full of people that, and it's now becoming the adults now because they're going into the adulthood, that they're not grown up the same way. Like,
Right.
so there's a lot new things that aren't the same anymore. And how else, we got to figure out some way to try and incorporate all of these new things that people are going by, being, this is my new gender, this is how I live. I want this to be involved with this. Why don't I see a movie with this? Why don't I see a video game with this? I'm offended. I'm suing in order to evolve, just get rid of all that. They're adding these things into these things. They are even go as far as children's, so that children are now being evolved and groomed to accepting those new things as that's their new life. Like that's their life. Like we grew up, that's not how it was when we first grew up. But then as we got older, now these new fucking rules and everything got set into place. Now this is how society is now compared to when we were younger. These kids are growing up in that new society. That's their society. When they get older, it's probably going to change. Then that society will be their older society. It's just a continuously rolling ball. And honestly, I'm terrified that it's just going to continuously keep getting more and more and more fucked up. I'm hoping that we can get out of this sensitive stage because that shit is just aggravating.
I feel it. We're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up real quick. We're going to wrap the episode up real quick before we get out of here. It's a few things real quick I want to touch on, and we're going to go ahead and get on. All my people on Fortnite, if you aren't 100% sure on when and stuff like that, the Juice WRLD event is going to be on November 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, we're going to get 2 different skins, and one of them is going to be a bundle in the item shop. The bundle in the item shop is going to be a cell shaded Slayer skin. It's going to be 2,200 V-Bucks. So that one's dropping on November 27th. So keep an eye out for that. A couple games I want to talk about real quick. Borderlands 4, that drops next year. I'm excited for that game. And the new Indiana Jones game drops next year in the spring. So I feel like that's going to be fire considering we got an Indiana Jones game that's about to drop now. So keep an eye out for that. Thank all of y'all for tuning in. This has been episode 4 of the No Limit podcast in the bag. Boom, yeah, round of applause, bro. Everything's in the chat, man. Everything's in the chat. Thank all of y'all for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe. I know you enjoyed the ride. We got more episodes of the way. We're planning, like I said in the beginning, we're planning on doing a Thanksgiving episode next week on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. But it might get moved to that following Friday. So just keep an eye out on the Facebook page. I'll be dropping announcements and updates to let you guys know what's going on. So that way you guys can tune in. Hit that like and subscribe and hit that share. No Limit family, we out of here. Yeah.
We out of here.